Hi, this is Paul from the Tech Modeler channel with my final reveal of the Italia Ford Transit Van Mark II kit number 3687. It took some time, I've got to be honest, and understandably. This is only the second shiny thing, as I like to call them, that I've built, and I thoroughly enjoyed the build, but this one was a little frustrating because of the fact of how old the kit is. The doors on the front are open and the back one opens, but not a very good fit, but they do the job. That's all I can say. And so I as you know, I originally painted this green. Well, I actually sanded back through the green and actually got it back to sort of near the undercoat, and then washed it off and resprayed it white. The white stands out better for the actual decals that I made. As you know, I was making some of my own decals for the actual signage on the side of the vehicle. And I can actually let you know now, basically this was a delivery van. This is a delivery van. They never had one, and I've been going to this model shop for a number of years, quite a few years actually. He never did have a delivery van, but if you did have one, I feel this is the way it would look. Now, it's basically the local hobby shop, model shop, and I still go there now. It's Harvey's is the young man who works in there. His dad used to run the shop originally. He's moved to a new premises. So anyway, it just gave me an idea, and I thought myself, a transit van just being white, I thought, now I'll produce something that's look nice on my shelf, but also be in the shop window for a while, or inside in the shop showcase, hopefully, because the windows are now with the heat we're having now, most probably won't do it much good. Anyway, I used the registration plates from the gas version I've got, so I've actually used them because I preferred the number. I will make my own number plates up for the next one I've got to build at some point in the future, but I'm happy now that this is finished. So anyway, so let's look at the front now. You can see there what I did with the headlights. They actually see through normally, you see right through them. What I did is got a thin bit of plastic card, put some silver foil, chrome foil on the inside, then super glued it to the inside of each one. So it actually looks as if it's got some silver behind there, like a reflector for the actual lamps. These lights were actually sprayed for the black border, and then I used orange on the insides of them to give them the effect of the orange, and that's Tamiya orange for the actual signal indication. And I did the same with the back. The back ones are a bit more awkward because obviously you've got four lights. You've got a clear one, the indicator, plus the stop lights top and bottom, which one of them's a reflector. But anyway, but beside the point. But that was a bit more awkward, but I did finally get round and get it done, so that was okay. The fitter parts is quite good in some ways for the major, but it actually goes on, and these number plates actually pin the whole top to the bottom. I have actually super glued them in place just with a little bit of dabber glue so it doesn't come off. The inside, as you know, I painted my own colour, a buff colour, and I actually laid carpet. So I'm going to move around slowly, round this way, and you'll see the obby side start coming up. Now I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. Here we go, coming around. And I'll leave it like that. If I undo the door a bit more, inside there I think you can see the carpeting inside there. My very first attempt at that. I will modify it slightly later on, doing a bit like my Showtime Studios does, where it actually puts the carpet down and goes over it with, depending on the colour of the carpet, with a bit of buff or whatever colour over the top, very very thinly laid, just to give it a bit more similar tone. But I was quite happy with it. It came out really good, and so that was good. So everything in there that's been done. I've got a decal on for the steering wheel forward on as well. I've also done the door pockets, and you'll see that when I turn it a bit more. But there is the episode. Next, a local hobby shop. He's even got his phone number and everything, and the address where it is, and his email address. The reason for that is because he sent me the logo. I said what I wanted to do, and he said I could have a logo, and he also said I could put it on my YouTube channel. I did ask in advance because you know some shops don't like that. But there you go. So that's that one. It's okay. So it's coming really well. And then we go back to the back. As you can see, I've got the back door open. But there you go, inside there. Really clean van, unusual for a white one. And I think you can see the lamps, they'd come out really well in the end. I don't like them because the pins, you can still see the pins very fractionally there, and you have to make sure you get the right colour because they're not the same on both. Believe it or not, the pins seem to be in slightly different location points. The number plate went on quite well as well. The exhaust I actually drilled out, like I said. I think you can see the hole there and nice. This is a clean van. This one's an old transit van that's actually been reupholstered inside, redone, repainted inside and out, and was being used by the local model shop. That's my idea. One thing I didn't like was the way the windows go in on the two front doors, because they both open, and the back one. It's like a lip goes round, and I'll show you. I think you can see the two black bits there. See, that's what it's got. And they're pegs, but also there's got to be rubber on the inside of the window as well. So I didn't like that, and if when I do my next one, I shall cut those pegs off and replace the windows for the front and back, and insert a rubber seal where it's missing on the inside of each door to actually make it continuous. And I think that will most probably come up a lot better. But I'm still, at the end of the day, you have to build with what you've got, and I'm still quite happy. The door goes up and down, as you can see. There she is, and if I drop it down, I'll show you inside. There's the inside, and if you drop down, there you go. It fits in quite nicely, and that's what she looks like on the back. I'll just come around a bit more. Come around to this side now, and you can see the handles. What I didn't like of those, I wish these were separate, because you have to paint them by hand. Didn't make too bad a job of it. And the fuel cap, if that had been separate, would have been really nice, because you can actually spray it, and then when it's finished, just slot them in place. So good. Another thing I'm going to do next time is do more of my polishing before I actually put the last bits and pieces together. I didn't do that. I actually put the doors in place and then started to polish around. Silly me, really. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It come out. I'm quite happy with it. As I said, I'm in my second one in gloss. So there you go, coming around again. I'll try and do this door. I think you'll see what I mean. There it comes out. There you go. And then the mirrors, you can see they're pretty reflective. I don't know if you can see that in there. The reason being is, I went onto eBay to see if I could get anything like a reflective. That does shut a bit better, actually. There it goes when you put it in a bit better. There you go. Oh, it still popped out. Normally you can't get it undone. Anyway, so what I've done is I've got some reflective stuff, and I might be able to show you a little bit here. Here we go. Now this is a massive roll, and I'm going to show you quickly. But there she is. This is 98% reflective, and I think you can see that there. Awkward to cut and fit. I will say I wasted a little bit, but then again, that roll was so cheap, and I actually got so much of it. I got enough to do 400 cars, I reckon, if not more. But it's trial and error to fit it. But see the carpet on this side. I think you can see that now, all the way through. You see the inside of the doors, all done the same way. I'm really pleased the way it came out. I don't even see the mirror at the other side, because that's the same. If I push that in a little bit, I think you can see. There you go. See how good that reflection is? Really happy with that. Really happy with that. So if I come around and push that window, the doors go in, but I'm not really happy with the fit. You can play with them all day long if you wanted to. But like I said, it looks the part. Pleased if it, get that one in there as well. Same thing. That's it. Doesn't get. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but it goes in there. So quite pleased with that. Really looks the part in ways. So that's my final reveal of the Italia kit 368, the Mark 4 Transit Van Mark II. And just one more thing, the reason the sign is like that is because on the other side there's an air vent. If I come around here, an air vent just there. It's not see-through, but it's an air vent there. I had the decals longer and bigger, but the point is, every time I got there, I couldn't get the decal to actually lay there because it's a little bit thicker than normal. But so that's the reason for doing this, and then cutting it down the middle so I could put it either side of the door. So the door, so it's actually cut, as you can see. Now I could actually paint green inside there, make it look as if it's all okay, but I decided not to bother. So I'm quite happy with that. If I just pull the old door open again, there you go. It's always the way. You can't get a door open when you want it to open. There you go. And there she is. So really pleased with that. If I come over to like that, you'll see what I mean. It's in the middle. There you go. Really pleased with the way it turned out, and push that a bit further in. There you go. Really happy how it turned out. So that is the final reveal of the old Ford Transit van, and I'll bring it around like that. There you go. To there. There you go. Ford Transit van, finished complete. I have got another one to do, and I will be doing that in my own special colours at some point. And it's funny how them wheels always come down, but they are sitting right. They do actually turn, actually. So if I wanted to, I could do that. The only trouble is the steering wheel doesn't turn, as you can guess. But there you go. Steering wheel doesn't where to go. Now I have actually got quite a few more cars to build at some point, but now I'm going back onto my Tiger one, because I want to finally get that finished and out of the way as well. And that means I'll have another kit finished. But there you go. So Thank you very much for watching. I've just noticed a bit of polish in the grills there that can come out later. But anyway, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll put that back to in the middle. There you go. And I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you again. Bye. Happy modelling.